So Katie says all of these hazy IPAs taste like grapefruit.
This is the hair. That
I can't disagree.
Did you say you can't disagree?
I can't disagree. I hate grapefruit. So I can't.
You hate grapefruit?
It squirts you in the eye, so why would you like it? Do you like being squirted in the eye?
He doesn't like citrus fruit.
I mean,
How do you not have scurvy?
I like oranges.
I actually found something.
Oh!
I found two things actually.
Two things?
Two.
You're nuts.
Yes. So one is a pink orange.
Okay.
It's you peel it open, the inside is pink. Oh my gosh, it's a very sweet orange.
It was
Okay.
very good.
It is good. And the other one is first time I've had it ever. It's called a Tangelo.
Yes.
Those are
What was the ones you like? The Sumo?
Sumo.
Have you had the Sumo orange?
No.
It,
Sumo citrus are good.
Sumo citrus. It looks like, I call it the butthole. Because it looks like an extended butthole. It's got this giant end of it. And it's like, it looks like a prolapse.
And they
Well, when
feel
you're-
really easy,
Yeah,
like
they-
their skin is
She
really
tried a
easy.
Tangelo, and after having the
Until
Sumo, she's like, I
until
can't go
they
back
get,
to it.
like, overripe.
Yeah.
They're really good for if you're counting calories because they got.
What? Do I look like I'm counting calories?
I've been trying to lose weight. I know this beer isn't helping, but I've been trying.
You don't drink that often, though.
No.
You drink with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was the last time you drank?
You're the bad influence.
I am the bad influence.
Actually, she was the last one that drank out of the two of us.
That's true.
She
Really?
had a Guinness Nitro.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
went and bought some.
Did you like the Guinness Nitro?
Well, the problem is I think I broke the thing inside of it like 20, 30 minutes before I actually opened it. Because I dropped it on the floor.
So you released it before you opened
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
She-
so and it exploded everywhere.
So you didn't get to enjoy it.
No.
No.
But when she has another one, I'm sure she'll like Guinness's testicle.
Testicle.
Okay.
Guinness's.
It's got a ball.
I never took it out of it though.
Do you know how many people
Guinness.
posted online when they came out with those that Guinness was
Abusing people.
no, that they were providing free beer pong balls.
Wow, this sounds like one of those viral TikTok things that people believe.
This was before TikTok.
Oh, was it Vine?
Really?
No, I never had Vine. Like I saw Vine videos, but I never had Vine. It was
I didn't either, and then it was gone.
Yeah,
Was that an app?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
Vine
there
was
an app.
15 second before TikTok.
Yep.
And people made money up. The magic guy who used to do the magic tricks and shit.
Why'd that disappear?
I gotta show you the ass magic before I leave tonight.
Wow. I was telling him about this new show I'm watching called Mid-Century Modern with Nathan Lane and Matt Balmer, and suddenly he wants to show me ass magic.
Hey,
Hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Are you gonna make Guinness ping pong balls disappear in your ass? One of you two farted while laughing. Oh, he did not deny
it's
it.
probably Abby.
No, she's watching something with her mismatched socks.
Do you have the same concept?
That's the answer. She fights back. They have the same concept.
Oh, she fights back.
Don't you love kids?
Even when she's wrong, I'm like, you didn't do that, or you didn't say that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Just like saying.
It must be an age thing. Or it could be a gender thing, because I think Zane could.
We should come out
Time to
with
tell her.
Though I did get him to finally admit I went through the roundabout way to say he's checking out girls with patooties. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's nothing.
Um,
But he's saying he doesn't want to tell anything. He thinks I'm going to embarrass him. I'm like, dude, I'm embarrassing you because you're not telling me. If you tell me, it'd be top secret.
bro code.
Yeah, bro code.
But we should come up with our own like.
Yes, it would. It would. You have no idea me and my homies. I haven't told you half the things Spencer told me.
Our own children's product lines. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I had this genius idea.
You say it's genius. I say it's potato.
No. How often,
Every day.
when your son was a toddler
Okay.
and you went to a restaurant, did he try to get up
Oh, God.
and walk away.
We're back to this.
None.
Huh?
He didn't.
He didn't.
Okay. Well, a lot of kids.
That's not adventurous.
Okay.
Remember that.
We
A lot of
somehow we
kids-
took away every bit of adventure by over helicopter dadding. He is so
Well,
scared.
your kid wasn't adventurous. My child threw fits that weren't fits. So,
Yeah.
but
threw fits that
She
weren't
would
fits.
cry.
remember when she would throw herself on the floor quietly?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the cutest thing though. The arms, the legs,
Yeah.
and no sound.
Yeah. But
I thought your kid was mute.
I had this idea, right?
Okay.
They're called
What?
cants.
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 Okay.
They're pants that secure to a chair underneath.
Wait, what did you call them?
Cants.
Can you shant in your cans?
You secure them under the chair so when they try to get up, they can't.
But what if you shant in your cans?
Well, then you unvelcro them from the bottom or unclip them. I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh God, he's shanting his cans. Then we need adult sizes. Then it becomes a practical joke.
Listen.
I can't. Some guy's trying to roll up in the bar to the bathroom with a.
It's a child, please. Stop it.
No, because I want. What are those shoe skates? Heelys. I want a pair of Heelys. Can't sponsor us, Heelys. A pair of size 13 Heelys for me. I will gladly, drunkenly do it.
Oh, gosh.
Bust his ass.
Or
Have
my
you seen
feet.
those new ones?
The new ones.
They're
What?
the new electric ones that you put.
Wait. There's electric roller skates.
That you put them on like over your shoes, and you walk normally. And these things, as you walk, you move
They
faster.
move. Oh
yeah.
Do Heelys make those?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's some other guy. Who
Okay,
thinks-
but hear me out.
I hear you out. The shant cans.
Can't. Hear me out. Because
I
somebody,
can't get past the shant.
somebody, I'm not gonna throw a gender on this. Somebody said, "Hey, what if we came out with a leash for children?"
Cans. Yes, I used one. Everyone thought I wouldn't use it on my kid.
And everybody would have been like, and everybody was like, "That's the
It's a
dumbest idea."
It's a backpack. but-
and then people started using the shit.
yes, it's awesome. Your kid goes, you're running away. You're like, lock and load, baby.
And we had one and we used it once.
And that's all it took
it.
was once.
Because our kid wasn't running anywhere.
And then
And her mom, the grandma, was like, I can't believe you're putting your kid on a leash. I said, I can't believe the parents who let their kids freaking run away.
Oh my god, at our baby shower, people were like getting on us for
Yeah,
it.
I'm helicopter dad. This is the most precious thing in my life.
when we were at Panda last night, there was a couple there that had like 17 children.
At Panda, that makes sense though. You get it. They keep giving you them extra helpings.
I mean, it was,
Hey Panda, can you buy Chipotle?
And then the kids started screaming, and one of the guys that was behind the thing walked out and was like, "Shh."
He was like, can y'all be a little more quiet?
The employee?
Yeah.
The employee told the kids or the parent?
The kids. The employee told the kids.
I want to
super
meet
nice
this
to
dear
them.
young man. Was he young or old?
He was younger.
I didn't see him. He's going somewhere.
Yeah.
He's going somewhere in life.
I want to go give him $20. Like I don't know you, but I heard you did this deed.
You're a hero, sir.
Every time I hear about this, I will reward you with $20 more. He will be going around everywhere.
All of a sudden, society just
All of a sudden-
gets in line.
Yeah. How much did it cost? $20.
I don't have money to pay our bills because my husband paid some guy.
Some stranger.
Tell people to just
Old man Simon.
Yeah.
He didn't have the money to pay his bills, and the bank took his home away. But he fixed society with the help
It would be well worth it.
of a $20 bill
Yes.
and a young man named Jerome.
That's what I like to hear though. Is like they're not afraid because you don't have to be rude about it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, he was super nice about it.
You
He
can be
just like,
friendly, and be like
100 years from now, the statue of old man Simon gets torn down.
replaced.
Yeah.
by-
No, just torn down.
just torn down.
Yeah.
Oh, there
No,
goes society.
Yeah.
Ah! Old man Simon.
He was a racist.
Why was he?
Wow. No, in 100 years there'll be a whole nother.
Yeah. He
you
was
know.
specious.
Yeah. He didn't believe in interspecies. What?
You see that one video where he was talking down about the lady in the Chihuahua? That was real love.
Yeah, we have broke down from actually covering any physical media. We're just a comedy show now. So, Kyle, I hope you like this because we're off the leash.
Okay, so my next
And nobody told us to shh.
Yeah.
Some cats.
here's my next product idea.
No. Besides the cans.
You got the cans.
You got the
right?
cans.
You've heard of the mouth tape that people use while they're sleeping?
The what?
Mouth tape.
No, that's called duct tape and you're
No,
killing
it's
somebody.
not duct tape. These people buy rolls and it's like a thing they peel off, they put over their mouth while they're sleeping.
It's called duct tape.
And they peel it off and they throw it away and then
Why do they cover their mouth up when they're sleeping?
because they don't want to breathe through their nose only and not through their mouth.
But what if they have a cold? They die?
Don't ask me. That's the new thing right now, okay?
You could do that with any tape though.
Yes.
Yeah, up in their nose.
Well, how do you close your nose though? Your nose is open all the time. No. They cover up their mouth so they can't breathe through their mouth. They only can breathe through their nose.
But that's a backup, you know that. This is a system that was programmed by whoever programmed this.
But we license the tape
We licensed the tape.
with SpongeBob, with all kinds of cartoon
So
characters.
you can legally put it on kids now.
to keep them quiet, so you don't need Jerome.
Wait, so
to
you
walk
have
out
your
and be like,
can't-
shh.
Yeah. So you have your cants,
Yes,
your cant pants.
yes.
And then you have your
That's no.
your
See,
shants.
you've added too much to it because that's the beauty of it.
You gotta
The
have marketing.
Cants, no, cants.
Cants?
Rhymes with pants. It's all one. They're just cants.
No, but people, you have KFC chicken. You have FedEx Express. You need cant pants.
You have ATM machine.
Yes, people say ATM machine.
But okay, so we
So-
got the license tape.
So shant cants.
Yeah, your
Cant
your
shants.
kids screaming.
Cant pants.
They're throwing a fit. You pull out the Patrick Star and you're done.
But Patrick, that's a bad example because Patrick never shuts up.
But that's not the point. You pull out the Patrick
gotta-
and you're like, oh!
So the kid just puts it on
Yeah, the
themselves.
kid puts it on themselves.
As
Like
a
a band-aid.
as
you
a
know? I got an owie, but
parent.
there's nothing there. It has a decoration.
I'm just saying, like,
Joe's comments are here are going to be about how much y'all hate kids.
no, I love my children,
Including the troll. Huh?
including my troll.
Poor Josh.
Poor Kyle. Kyle has to, hopefully he listens to this. This is probably an hour of us.
No, he's
going-
taking notes right now because
I
he's
hope
got a
so.
little one at home.
Kyle needs some laughs in his life right now.
We love Kyle.
We do.
So give him laughs.
We wish Kyle would show up.
Yeah.
Kyle has a
But he's
lot.
probably now afraid you're going to put him in cans and put some fucking duct tape on his mouth. That's what he's probably afraid of. You're beer bonging him through his nose.
Look, all I'm saying is this.
Okay.
Hear me out on this.
This is the last word.
Okay.
I'm going to let you end this, right? I'm not going to say another word.
Okay.
Oh my god.
20 years ago, the first iPhone came out, right? 20-ish.
Sorry, I didn't.
Just 20-ish years ago, the first iPhone came out.
18 years ago.
How many years did it take from the initial release of that iPhone until kids, you go anywhere and you see them with a phone, playing games, watching shows? Because parents are like, I can't right now.
It becomes the babysitter.
Watch, yes. How many years is it going to be before you walk into a store or a restaurant and you see a kid with a VR headset on, sitting there?
It's not just gonna be the kid, it's gonna be our
It's going to be...
I'm just talking about just kid. Like, yes, I get that, but
gonna
kids
be
in general, like,
Electric State or
Ready
That's what I was gonna say,
Player
Wall-E.
One. Wall-E or Ready Player One.
I'm just saying.
Unless they make them cheaper, it's not going to be me. You hear me? Cheapen that shit.
This is why I won't buy it. I'm just kidding.
That's
He
all right.
won't buy it either.
I would. She won't let me.
What?
None.
I heard you.
By what?
None.
Then go buy it.
You won't let me.
Wendy,
What control do
Wendy.
I have?
if
You have every bit of control because
if you let him buy the VR headset, you won't be spending as much money on ink and paper for him to print out his flip books.
you're the one who downloads porn. I never said I did that. You just said I somehow printed out the books from the stuff you download. You need more gigabytes for whatever. I play video games. I don't download crap.
You download the games to play them.
There's a little hard drive right there, 4 terabytes.
Yeah, but you gotta. That's part of your data. for
I
your-
don't download a lot every single day.
No, because he plays one video game until he gets
Until I
either
beat it.
burnt out or beats it.
Yeah, burn out or beat it.
I play video
Kinda
games
like-
till I beat it too, and then I go to sleep.
That sounds like you're still downloading porn. I'm not the one running out of gigabytes or terabytes. What's after terabytes?
Petabytes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Petabytes?
Petabytes.
That's not good for pedophiles. This gentleman's got petabytes. What? Yeah, they're all around his ankles. What? No, it's not. You. Who named him petabytes?
I don't know.
Rename them.
He didn't have to learn that for what he does for his job.
Yeah.
He only had to learn the name.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying is
Name
if.
it.
And that is a good movie back then. Nobody want. It was Electric State. I don't know if you've seen Electric State.
I have not. All the reviews I've seen on it said
Don't-
it was garbage.
don't-
No,
listen.
don't believe it. It's really good.
It's
Really?
Yes.
No, wait. So I shouldn't listen to the reviews about Electric State, but I should listen to the reviews about Minecraft.
No, you can watch it all you want. I'm just saying the reviews are out. I just said I'll wait till Netflix because I am not a.
We don't go.
Minecraft to me has never enticed me just because of the simple fact
We only
if
go-
I wanted to play 8-bit games, I'd go back to my Atari games.
It's not really an 8-bit game.
That's what it reminds me of, though, with the simple-ish graphics. If kids enjoy it, cool. I have no problem. If adults enjoy it, cool.
Listen, everybody, this is a message from just me. If the story is good, the graphics don't matter.
That's true. That's true. I've just never gotten the story because I've never... At my age.
He's too cool for it, and what
No.
you'll find out is that Mr. Simon Children, okay, he is somebody who, if it's the mainstream, he's not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay, Captain Cants. Can you put on your cants, please?
I did it before I was cool.
You need some of those things they were just talking about.
Yeah. Can we have some SpongeBob?
What is it called?
Huh?
Tape things.
Mouth tape?
Yeah, you
Mouth
know.
tape.
Patrick on his mouth and you'll have Minecraft. It's all
Is there
good.
actual mouth tape, though, you said?
Yes.
You just need to get people's... No, you need to just get it to sell to...
Yeah, we just gotta,
Honestly, the only thing we go to the movie theater for, though, seriously, are like Marvel movies and DC movies, like superhero type movies, the action movies. We don't go to the movie theater for
Something we can take
we
him
don't
to.
get to go at all. I mean, I remember one time that a Star Wars movie came out, and I was like, man, I really want to see that. And I said it over and over and over
Yes,
again.
we don't see Star Wars in movies.
But no, but my point was, I kept saying it, and I kept getting told, we can't.
And
And
it's
then
not
I
all-
had to stop getting on the internet because I didn't want the movie spoiled for me, and it took me weeks to be able to go see it. So here's hostage tape. That's one.
It's
of
called
them.
hostage.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's the official mouth tape of the UFC.
Oh,
Hostage tape. I can't even... Kyle, can you buy some hostage tape for your buddy? And on that note, I've got to end this. I don't want any hostage tape. Okay, we're watching a Jack Whitehall
Use artificial intelligence
special
software
that
to
my wife can't pause.
No,
Oh, I hit pause. This is another one from Texas. It's from Spindle Tap Brewery. It's Haymaker Triple IPA.
It was French, sir.
10%.
Pause.
What? What?
Pause.
I don't even know what that means. A triple IPA. So let's see how much a triple IPA.
10%.
It's got some throwback art.
It's got some 8-bit art.
Yes.
So Simon's going to hate it.
No, I actually like it. That's why I chose that.
Because if he wanted 8-bit, he'd go back to the 80s and get an 8-bit beer then.
Wish they had 8-bit beers. We used to have Del Champs grocery stores back in the 80s, and you could get some literal, what was it called, honey? Generic, where it just said beer, and then there was light beer.
Still called generic.
But it actually just had the white label with black writing.
Still Champs, like
Supermarket.
It was a supermarket.
local, or was it like?
It was more than it was in the South.
Because I know it's where it was where. Is that where Big Lots is in that? Or-
Kyle
There was
wouldn't-
one there, yeah, and there was one by
Lots, and then there was one that was where
in Sun Plaza
TJ Maxx is.
where TJ Maxx is now.
Kyle wouldn't
I don't
know
remember that one. I didn't
about
remember-
that one.
Southern supermarket chains
Oh, that's probably why.
since he's from
I do
Chicago.
remember the one that was up here.
It just tastes like a double IPA, not a triple.
Del Champs was purchased by Mississippi-based Jitney Jungle.
Jitney Jungle.
Oh.
Why'd they close? Why didn't we get any Jitney Jungles?
I don't know.
What happened to Jitney Jungle now? I'm curious. Find out, research assistant.
Let's see. Jitney Jungle.
There you go. Closed. Nobody bought them.
They were bought by Winn-Dixie.
Oh, Southeast Grocers bought them.
And we know what happened to Winn-Dixie.
I was gonna say, and now
What?
Dixie was, but
But then they sold them back.
not all of them.
Not all of
No, the ones that, we're like, oh, this costs too much to make them all these.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Oh.
sell them back to you.
Oh, that's not bad.
For a triple.
Yeah.
For a 10%. Doesn't have the after.
Mm-mm. But it does say Jitney Jungle was a chain of supermarkets that began in Jackson, Mississippi in 1919.
Ooh, that's an old one. 1919.
It was a private Forbes 500 company and one of the largest privately held grocery store chains in the United States.
Then, of course, you see what happens.
Yeah.
Elon Musk came around. Everything is Musk's fault. His hero.
Those damn foreigners coming in here, buying up all our stuff. They took our jobs.
They took our gerbs!
You guys just can't
Now, this is. Did I talk about my
bring ever.
Did I talk about BYD is a big Chinese auto manufacturer,
Yes.
and like the Ford CEO went over there and actually bought one. He's been driving around a BYD car because that's the new thing for the EVs. Is they like you can see a lot of TikToks. It's kind of funny when they're not imported, but I simply think we should let them come in, let them manufacture in America, or import them because there's an import fee. Because some of them are like $20,000, and they advertise all these things. But I don't truly believe they're as great as they're advertised, because we have no comparison. We're not getting. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the everyday wear and tear, and we know as much as are advertised. Like the show Top Gear I used to watch, they were researching back when it was Jeremy, the old Top Gear. They were researching a lot of the Chinese car companies that were coming out probably 20 years ago, because I don't think BYD is even 20 years old. But they were noticing how like they were buying Mercedes or BMW, and then they would try to reverse engineer them and sell them with no label for a lot cheaper, and then they would realize how crappy they were. You know what I'm saying? They were knockoffs, and I think that's what they need to do with these. And I'm not saying that BYD isn't a good company. We don't know. That's the whole problem. We don't know. And the only way to know is not just importing, but say, hey, you want to sell them? and you want to sell them at this price, let's start a manufacturing place in America. You know, if you're really for America and not just putting a tax on stuff, let these companies come in here. That's what, like Honda, Toyota, all have manufacturing plants in America now. So let them come into America and see if they can still produce at that same price point. And we can also see the quality point, but not just that. See, this is one thing when Top Gear did their research. All these companies that were taking BMW or Mercedes and reverse engineering it and putting it in the market, Mercedes and BMW would try to take to court. Now, the Chinese law was, well, if you're suing a Chinese company since it's a communist country, the country gets to represent them. And to represent them, you have to go over to China into a Chinese court to go against them. And guess what a Chinese court would do?
Yeah.
They would throw it out. So why don't you follow the same rules in America?
So I watched a video, internet, grain of salt, but basically what they were saying was the only reason that they're able to produce these vehicles at the cost that they're able to produce them at is because the Chinese government is an investor in them and can throw money in there, and they can sell them for a lot cheaper because of this. Whereas over here, companies are their own thing. The United States government isn't involved in the company, or should it be?
Correct.
So, but I mean, I agree. Have them come over here. The free market always dictates.
It benefits us. When there is competition, it benefits us.
Yeah.
The less than 100,000 a year, you know, and that's what I'm saying is, there was a movie back in the 80s Michael Keaton was in where he became a manager. I don't know if it was Honda, Toyota, Nissan, but he became a manager. He went and learned the customs of the people working in the factories, you know what I'm saying? And they're exercising, it wasn't just an assembly line, you know what I'm saying? It was learning the whole morale thing that went behind it.
Was that the one where he swindled those two guys out of their idea and created McDonald's?
No, that was later. That was later. But good catching on Michael Keaton. This is way before then. But the whole thing is, if they're going to follow this, we should do the same back at them. Throwing a tariff on something isn't beneficial to us because it's the American people. And this is the blind thing the rich don't understand because they just bypass it. It's just like them. They want to take all of these things, all of these programs for the kids in school. All these states want to take out this money that benefits the poorer class, the us class, the middle class, the lower class. Because it's the upper class who's making these decisions. Because guess what? Their kids are going to be in private school anyway. It does not affect their children. The cutting of Social Security programs that they want to cut doesn't affect them because they're in a higher tax bracket. And this is what people don't get when you blindly follow, I'm going to say this, a billionaire. Because I still don't think he's a billionaire. I think it's all fake. My opinion. If it's real, it's through ripping other people off. And if you follow somebody who rips off people, what are they going to do? They're going to rip you off.
My opinion is, we'll take one for instance. If you follow somebody who has the money to buy a super yacht, spend the money to disassemble a bridge to get his super yacht out into international waters, and then pay to reassemble the bridge, that person does not live in reality.
Nope. Not even close.
No. So,
Not only that is, if your dream is to go into space or to colonize another planet,
now,
it would be a dream. No offense. I would love to go into space, but it's not my reality to be able to afford to do that.
I agree that we should have private companies working on that. But I also think that we need to drastically increase the budget of NASA.
Oh, yeah.
So
You've got to have some. I understand the reasons for subcontracting some things, but if you're subcontracting things, then the level you have to keep the levels at the same, because when you subcontract, it's so funny how the level of acceptability is lower.
yeah,
Like with the postal service, these guys work 6 days a week. They
I
have
work 7 days a week now.
You know what I'm saying? Though
Yeah.
it was 6 days, they get
Yeah.
1 day off, and people don't think about that. These guys do it, and they don't get respect. And then they wonder why people go postal. They wonder all this crap. It's like you got the UPS who is paying this and that, and people are complaining at the USPS. Most of these people are just trying to freaking work, and there's no respect level. There's total disrespect. And then other people are thinking it should be a for-profit thing. But the whole thing is, it's separate from the government. You know? There's so many things that can be changed and fixed. There are so many problems with how our society is set up. But simply ripping it off and thinking you can start at the bottom. The bottom is not the amount of numbers. It's the higher ups. It's the tops. Companies succeed somehow, and they justify paying the CEO who doesn't do any amount of daily work besides talking to people. There's no physicality in a yes man. You know, and you have so much middle management, so many wasted positions in between, and the people at the bottom who are doing the actual work who get screwed.
Yeah.
The movie was called Gung Ho.
Gung Ho, thank you. Producer, I couldn't remember it, but it was a good movie. And that's what I think is getting back to that. And with rich people in control, people trying to buy elections, people buying elections. You can't throw. People think you can throw money at things and fix everything. It doesn't. It screws it up more.
But Batman. But Tony Stark.
Why do they not actually exist?
Yeah, well.
Because a billionaire is not going to put their life on the line for anybody.
No.
That billionaire is not going to step in front of a bullet, no matter.
I have like mixed feelings on, you know, like folks say like, hey, we should have a cap on how much money somebody should have.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that, and this is like a perfect world, and if it can be proven that they actually earned that money and not stepped on people and used people and destroyed lives, again, perfect world.
Which isn't going to happen.
It's not. But I can also see it like, hey, you've won the game. What do you really need more than $999 million? You know?
Yeah. When you can pay for every generation behind you, then you've kind of won the game.
If you get, so this is another like, I'm surprised it hasn't been brought up again, but like, Elon Musk made a post. This was a couple years ago. He said, basically, it was figured out that the poverty, I think it was on the planet, could be solved with a couple $1 billion. And he made a post on Twitter before he bought it, and it was like, he was like, if
Wait, before he bought it, I don't know if you go ahead.
ish, before he bought it and then sold it, but still owns it because he owns the the
Yeah,
shell
you heard
company.
that. Yeah, the shell company bull crap.
Yeah, but he put a post out there that said, "Show me the exact like plan and I'll front the money. Like I'll freely give the money. And nothing came of it. You know. No, I get that. I get that, but I wonder. It makes me wonder though. Did anybody step up and go, "Here you go. Here's the plan." You know, you're never gonna find out.
Project 2025.
Yeah. We'll just arrest all the poor people, and they won't be poor or homeless.
Yeah.
They'll be in jail.
Exactly.
Well, first, we gotta deport everybody.
Yeah.
Then we'll start arresting all the poor people. Then.
Do you remember in school? I don't know, like everybody in here. Do you remember in school when you got to the point in history class where you felt that like that proud moment where you were reading about how it was like, give us your poor, your sick,
Your huddled masses.
yes, and you were like, man, this is the country I live in. Like this is awesome.
And
And then you get to this point and you're like, this is
this is
bullshit.
not the country I
No.
signed up
Yeah,
We didn't sign up for it.
for. We were born into it.
yeah.
We were born into this darkness.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Thank you. That's where I was going with that. Yeah. We as Americans take so much for granted, but then sometimes it takes this crap to open our eyes and say, first world problems.
Yeah. I don't know.
The whole thing is I hope the world looks at us and can see other people speaking out and go, they're not all like that. Because, you know, after World War II, we looked at Germany and we said, we know you're not all like that.
Yeah.
You know, after the Civil War, you're not all like that.
Yeah. Some of them were. Some of them went to South America.
But you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
We always look at, you know, they always say the victors right the spoils, the victors right the spoils, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you always hope that doesn't mean that just because you won, you get to control the message, even how fake it is.
Yeah.
I'm more scared of what's going to happen in 2028 because I don't hear anybody putting their hand up and going, I'll run.
I have a feeling that Cory Booker.
I like what he did in the last week, but he doesn't have a good reputation if you follow his source.
Who is he?
He's a Democrat, which
He
is
was-
fine. I don't have a problem with anybody.
He was a.
He's the one who
governor.
filibustered for 25 and a half
Yeah.
hours, not years.
Yeah.
And the first question everyone asked was, how did you not pee? They didn't listen to what he was saying for
Yeah.
25 and a half hours. Did you take a break? Look, it's literally on C-SPAN, the most boring channel ever that exists. You can't fast forward it. You can't rewind it. He was 25 and a half hours talking. Which is funny because usually when you see most people on the Hill, the talking, you have a time limit.
Yeah.
So the whole filibustering thing sounds staged to me.
Well, so I think the rule is if you don't stop talking, they can try to interrupt you. If you stop, then your time is up. But if you continue to talk, you do not yield your time.
I don't know. I don't know the whole
Yeah.
rule about that. I mean, if that's general, that makes sense. But still, at a certain point, you would be like, dude, go take a dump. Take a nap.
Have you seen the Parks and Recreations?
I haven't seen much of Parks, so...
You might have seen the clip. It's God, what's that dude's name?
We come unprepared, Kyle. All over each other's faces. That's right. I said it.
Patton Oswalt.
Okay.
He does a filibuster in Parks and Rec at it's like a town hall meeting,
Yeah.
and the entire filibuster is completely ad-libbed,
Yeah.
and it's his like idea for a Star Wars Marvel movie crossover. It's great. If you have a chance, just
I want to go through Parks and Rec because I've enjoyed most of the actors who went through that series. But, we're a part of the world that's kind of scary right now. But it seems like Canada's stepping up a lot. They want it. You know, a lot of other countries are stepping up, and that part is like, well, yeah, because the world needs to unite. That's the whole thing. Is so many times and that weird part I can understand is, as an American, we pay for a lot of stuff.
My biggest worry is that over the next 4 years, folks are going to start uniting, but some of them aren't going to be the folks we want uniting together.
Oh.
And it's going to lead to the next World War.
Yeah, scarily enough.
Yeah.
Like you saw the whole tax thing, the tariff thing, the chart. Did you see the chart? Mm-hmm. Then you hear that it was based on him using ChatGPT. And I'm like, this is the bad part. I'm not going to say he has the world's smartest man next to him, but you would think the guy who's trying to pull his puppet strings would make him use Grok. Neither one of them are real, actual AI. This is the whole thing. All of these new AIs are glorified talking Ask Jeeves.
Yes. We haven't reached
We don't have true AI.
general artificial intelligence.
No,
yet.
we don't.
Yeah.
It basically a search engine. It's a glorified talking search engine.
I don't think until... So, did you see where Microsoft came out with that chip?
Chip.
They made this new chip. It's for quantum computers.
Okay.
And it uses a form of matter that, until they accomplished it, was only theorized. Basically, this one chip has more computing power than all of the world's supercomputers combined. Okay. It can pull off like calculations that would take all of the supercomputers on the planet quadrillions of years to complete in minutes.
Okay.
And I think once they have started producing enough of them and they've actually started utilizing them, that's when we'll have general artificial intelligence. Because
Skynet.
Yeah. Because basically with quantum computers, they use... I don't have anything to drink. You're behind.
No, I'm an ass. I'm not behind. Thank you, sir.
But regular computers, they use 0 and 1, on or off, yes or no.
It was binary, yes. It was basic binary.
Quantum computers use superposition, which means that they can calculate things yes and no at the same time, 1 and 0 at the same time.
So the gray area, basically.
Basically, they can,
not just on and off, but both.
Yes, at the same time. So they
or on not just male or female.
Yeah.
In between.
Yes. They can do all that, and so with these new chips that they just came up with, I think it'll work. Because I mean, you think about a problem, you don't think like I turn on the water, it's going to be hot or it's going to be cold. You think, I don't know if that water's hot or cold. You think in that it could be one or the other. It could be in between.
Though I do work at a place where we get phone calls about water because we turn water on and off. Well, we don't personally, but we handle the after hours phone calls because the other part of us. But we do get the phone calls, and it's kind of funny, and it's like you lose your cherry when you get the phone call from the person who doesn't know that we don't control the heat of it. And they go, I don't have any hot water. What's wrong? And for half a second, you have to go, Joe, this guy's got no hot water. Can you turn up the heat? You have to fight that urge and not laugh and go, you have gas or electric? It's your water heater. You have to be calm and not laugh at the person because you're like, if you're old enough to pay your bills, you should know this. But it's like a home economics thing where people don't think about a lot of things that generally go on. If you're not involved, I never thought about what I do until I did it.
Yeah.
When I worked construction, I never thought about the process of building a house.
Well, it's like
you work in the banking institute. I don't think about that. or the mailing part of the banking industry,
Yeah.
or the IT department. You know, there's so much that goes into things that you don't on a normal day to day think about.
I mean, millions of people, they drive cars. They don't know how the thing works. They know they put gas in the car and it goes. And
Yes.
that's it.
Damn card didn't pay.
Yeah.
And that's
And on that note,
noise and you don't know why.
thank you guys for hanging out with us.